It may be September, but it's still feeling like the depths of summer. It's 88 degrees out there. The sun is shining, and it's steamy to boot. We've got a dew point at 73 degrees. That is a swampy dew point. That's a lot of moisture out there. So get ready to get sweaty if you got to spend any time outside. The good news is this is not going to last forever, but we do have to deal with it again today and tomorrow. And after that 93-degree high yesterday, it's turned into a little mini heat wave here, although not quite hot enough to see a heat advisory. Got a lot of upper 80s. And look at the heat index. It already feels like it's 96 degrees due to that high moisture content in the air. So here's the downward trend that'll be taking place. In fact, by early next week, we may be talking about highs in the low 80s. Our average high now has been falling since late August. It's now 83 degrees. So we're definitely above average and staying there. In fact, there are heat advisories out down around Charleston, parts of West Virginia, mainly out towards mid-Atlantic states going into New England states that are clamped down right underneath this big ridge that is keeping it hot, but also keeping showers and storms firing on the western periphery. You hear it referred to sometimes as the ring of fire because these storms just follow that ring around the center of the high. So they've got huge heavy rain threats out west, flooding through the Midwest, and also that ridge influences the track of tropical systems. You can see Gordon down to the Gulf. That's kind of running that southwestern side of the ridge and pretty much taking a beat on New Orleans. 24-hour loop shows it over the past, day, swamping South Florida over the weekend. Look at their rainfall totals over the last 48 hours. They've had a half foot of rain parts of South Florida. They've got a slight risk for severe storms along the Gulf Coast, primarily, of course, landfalling, potentially hurricane. You're talking about brief spin-up tornadoes and some strong wind, but there's a hurricane warning out for the Gulf Coast, a tropical storm warning as well. Gordon is still a tropical storm, 65-mile-per-hour sustained winds, but the National Hurricane Center's still trying to blow it up to a Category 1 hurricane as it continues that northwesterly track. Quick jog out into the Atlantic. We've got yet another development. This is now Hurricane Florence, third of the Atlantic season with winds at 75 miles per hour. And speaking of a potential hurricane, here's the forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. Landfall late this evening and early tomorrow morning. And then the concern here is it rolls inland and starts to stall. It could be a torrential, heavy rainmaker, flash flooding possibilities running all the way up through Arkansas. And then eventually the remnants of it are going to start to recurve back to the east. So we may pick up a little bit of what's left of Gordon late this weekend, early next week. Not today, though. Mostly to partly sunny skies. The LAX 18 Storm Tracker Future Track, no real concerns about showers and storms until I think Thursday at the earliest. There may be some isolated showers and storms out there later on today, or tomorrow. So there's the progression. Temperatures falling as the rain chance ramps up. So we'll be down to around our average high late this weekend into the weekend, maybe late in it. But again, a couple of waves of some scattered showers and storms. The first one hitting Thursday into Friday, and then potentially whatever's left of Gordon could make a run at Great Lakes, potentially us, late in the weekend, early next week.
All right.